Welcome back to It Ain't Giving, everybody. This is me, your host, Noella Fierce, with my co host to my left.
Shomanya la croix.
Absolutely. So, what's not giving for you?
Um, I don't know, girl. It's another week of I don't know what's not giving again.
Because
Maybe what's not giving is my red eyes because I've been crying so much. Ooh.
what's not giving is how emotional this Wicked movie that came out has made both of us. So, let's
Spoiler,
just
this is
hop
gonna
right
be a
into
wicked
it.
episode, like
Yes,
right off
this is going to
bat.
be spoiler heavy. We're going to talk about the episode. So,
This is a
if you
wicked
have not seen
mukbang.
Wicked, this is not the episode to watch for you. Also, yes, this is a
Right.
mukbang and we're eating food, a mukbang. I'm eating
Hmm.
spaghetti and garlic bread, and
I
Show's eating
have
some
uh
chicken.
yes, I have some boneless wings from Wingstop, and I got some of their seasoned fries with extra ranch. Yes.
Absolutely. So tell me your
So
initial thoughts on Wicked. Like, what were
honest,
you thinking going into it?
I didn't think much just 'cause like it's a remake, and I'm like remakes are always usually like in my opinion are worse than the original. So I just went into it just like expecting, you know, not the best, but then it was everyone else's like I guess perception of it. Like everyone was giving it such good ratings, and like I didn't watch too much to know why. I was just like I just want to go in blind. And once I did see it, I was just like I was absolutely floored. Like 10, 15
Hmm.
minutes in, I was already crying, child. Like I cried four times in the movie, and then when I was in my car driving in the parking lot, cried while I'm driving and like have tears running down my face and I barely can see.
Hmm.
It was just really good. I don't know. Like,
It really was, y'all. If y'all have not seen this movie, if you've been pushing it off, because like, oh, it's just overrated. It is worth the hype. The hype that this movie is getting, completely justified. This movie was incredible from
hmm
start to finish. It blew my mind how good this film was. From the acting, the choreography, the singing, the dancing, like the writing, the cinematography, like it just all came together to make, honestly, I'm gonna say it, a masterpiece. This movie was a
it
masterpiece.
was.
It really was. So my initial thoughts going into it, I was like, well, I know the vocals are pretty much all I ever knew about Wicked, and like I knew like a little bit. I only knew some lyrics to Defying Gravity, and I've heard Popular before, like the
Right.
song. But going into it, I was really just going into it for the vocals. Did not expect to be completely shattered and broken down emotionally by the story and the
hmm
acting and the symbolism and the parallels to the real world. Um, Gooped and gagged is not even a strong enough word. Like I
hmm hmm
completely just devastated. Ooh. So both me and Show went to go see this film today. I saw it on release day, but today was Show's first viewing.
hmm
And I was like, I want to see it again as well because it is that good. It is worth seeing multiple times.
hmm
This is one of the first movies that has completely captured me in this way, where I want to see it multiple times in the theater. Um, and yeah, y'all can have my money because it is so good.
I agree. And just like the storytelling of how I don't know the witch and how she became wicked and this is just like the beginning because they got a part two on the way.
Hmm.
Um, there's so many parallels like right off the bat with the little girls getting picked on by the other little kids. I thought about my childhood and how I was always ostracized and like knew I was different, but like didn't really know why I was different, and then people just like casting whatever projection and hate in my direction and having to deal with it and having like that thick exterior and having the aura of like I don't give a fuck, but truly I do give a fuck at the end of the day because so much negativity from outer sources like
Mm-hmm.
does affect you at some point. So,
Very
um,
much gave when I think Figaro said, or what was it? She's just dancing like she doesn't have a care. And then Glinda
yeah,
said, she does
she
care. She
does
just
care.
hides it.
She does
And
care.
that has been the experience of many, not just people of color, but
Many
LGBT
individuals.
people,
Hmm.
like many women, like just hiding behind a facade to keep yourself from not crashing out and completely just, I don't know, becoming wicked.
Hmm. Hmm.
I think this
And I don't
film
know.
beautifully depicted like when someone's pushed to their limit, like how dangerous they can be, and why you should just treat people how you would want to be treated ultimately.
Right. Right. And like I don't. There was like a lot of things that I noticed that just that I could have relate to, and I know other people could relate to, but like more specific and like here's these two people that are complete polar opposites of each other. One is popular, one is liked. Everyone like follows them because that person falls in line. She does all of the things that people would think that you would want to do or whatever, like that kind of I guess social justice warrior, just like, performance, like they're doing everything to please other people, not because they thought it was the right thing to do, but because they're gonna get validation for doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Versus this person that does not subscribe to doing things because you think that it's the right thing to do. I'm doing it because I think it's the right thing to
Because
do.
she
And this,
knows it's the right thing to do.
right, like it's just people, like one person's working for other people's validation while the other one's doing it just because it's right. And, seeing how they have to choose a path and basically see each other venture in different ways and how one is completely outcast and pushed to the outermost edges of like the universe of the Oz and the other one is like uplifted and like cheered as a hero when really like they're probably more worse than the actual quote unquote evil person because it's a facade. Like they're doing that to get validation. So,
Mm-hmm. Mind you, Glinda would not even be in the position to become a sorceress or
be
witch
at the height that she is
without
without,
Alphaba vouching for her
right.
and like threatening to quit like the program that she was in with Madame Morrible. And Madame
Hmm.
Morrible did not want to lose her because she knew that she's the most powerful person in all of Oz. So Glinda would not have even had a single chance to reach greatness without Elphaba. And to turn on her
Literally.
in the end like that, oh, it was so
Hmm.
devastating.
Hmm. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be quiet and be hush hush and not ruffle any feathers and I'll fall in line and do what y'all
Mm-hmm.
say for me to do. She gets all of these rewards, all these acclamations, she gets put up on a pedestal, but she still looks like she's like empty, like she's like loaning for something.
We can see that
And
in the
then,
beginning of the movie. Mm.
right, and then I don't know, when Cynthia's character chooses her freedom in which she like doesn't care that she's going to be outcasted and she'd rather just do what's right and be the villain and just be those horrible things that they're saying that she is because it's the right thing to do and then how she has to be like basically so lonely like she's it just reminded me of what it's like to be a trans woman like it's a very lonely path like people are going to cast you off just because and I'm just like
Mm-hmm.
ah
I think another thing they depicted very well is how society at large and even your own family will push you to the wayside and not give a fuck about you in the long run if it's going to deter them from like reaching their goals in any type of
Mm-hmm.
way. And
Or if
why I'm
it
saying this
tarnishes their image.
mm-hmm, is because full shade to Miss Nessa Rose, um, she never defended her sister,
Period.
and all Elphaba did was defend Nessa Rose
And
like
she
the
sure did.
entire film.
Yep.
The one time, like the one big moment in the film during the Ozball dance scene when everybody was making fun of her and mocking her and made Elphaba like break down and just that was like the turning point where she was like, I'm just gonna be me because at this point I can only be me and y'all will still judge me no matter what I fucking do. I tried to come to this
Mm-hmm.
party and like fit in. Y'all don't like what I wear. Y'all make fun of me because of this fucking hat. I'm just gonna
Right.
dance. And like that was like the breaking point. And you can tell like it was not just that moment, it was moments throughout her entire life that built up to this moment where she just finally snapped and like broke down and just I'm she's like, I'm completely fucking over this. I'm just going to be me and I'm gonna
Yup.
fucking dance. And you bitches can laugh and do whatever. And
Right.
obviously she still cared about people's perception, but she was like, I just need to be myself at this point because y'all are still gonna hate me no matter what I do.
Right. Mm-mm-mm.
But yeah, I just wish Miss
Mm-mm.
Nessa Rose would have defended Elphaba in the way in which Elphaba defended her. It was a very much a one-sided sibling relationship,
Mm-hmm.
but
It was.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
It was one-sided. And I feel like maybe it fell on like she felt like her sister might have been responsible for the reason she was the way she was,
Mm-hmm.
and then she fucking treated her as such or whatever, but never once did she do the right thing and defend her sister. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so, I don't know. I agree. It was one-sided.
And even in the one moment where everybody's celebrating Elphaba,
Hmm.
when she's about to go off to go meet Oz, she was too focused on her ugly little
Her
white
man.
munchkin redhead boy
Hmm.
and decided to roll off because obviously that man don't want you, girl. He
Right.
wants Glinda, and if you
Right.
had a brain and eyeballs that function correctly, you would know that that man wants nothing
It's
to do
all up
with
under
you,
her. Right.
and is
All up
just
under
looking for
Glinda.
at Glinda.
Hmm.
And I feel like I don't know what happens in part two, but I feel like Glinda and that little nerdy boy gonna end up together.
Oh!
I don't know.
I don't remember. But
Me neither.
the only thing I remember is I already forgot how to pronounce his name. What's that one fine white
Figaro,
man's name?
Prince
Yeah.
Figaro, Figaro.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that is the character, the Scarecrow, in the second movie that's gonna come. Because I typed her name in, and it says Scarecrow. I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well,
I didn't even know that.
that fine white man. The only reason I remembered it is because it was such a weird, offlandish name. Mm, I remembered it from like the original like Oz movie, and then hearing it in the movie, I was like, ain't that the Scarecrow?
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, this man fine on my screen. That ain't no Scarecrow. He confident as fuck. He fine. Oh, he was.
Mm-hmm.
That white man was cute.
And
At
let's talk
first, I
about him
wasn't
for a
feeling
moment,
it. Yeah, let's pause and talk about him.
because he was rizzing everybody up. He didn't give a fuck If you
He was
was
doing it to the
white,
men, the women.
black,
I saw some like
man,
non-binary people. I was like, they were like,
NB. Mm-hmm.
oh, he got a little
He was
even
very much giving
bisexual.
sexually. He was giving sexually fluid. He was just like, if you're into
Old
me, I'm into
women,
you. Mm-hmm.
men, women, black, white, Asian, bald-headed, long hair.
He was just down for anything, child.
I was
Definitely
like, oh,
giving poly. Mm-hmm. No,
oh.
pansexual. I was giving
Well,
pansexual.
pansexual. I was like, Polly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, shit. The way he's risen everybody up is giving poly as well.
He
It
was
ain't given
well,
he
he
wants
was
to be
single at the
tied
time.
down by nobody.
Not by that white bitch. Ooh.
Ooh, no, she wanted that so bad.
Because he ended up wanting a little bit of the green skin in the end, I fear.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Mm-hmm.
different all of a sudden. Oh yeah, baby, because he wants some of
He's
that green
thinking.
skin.
he done found a woman that provokes him to think. You don't provoke
Mmm.
him to use his brain. What that say about you? Ooh. Oh. What that say about you, Glenda? Ooh. I don't know. My
Woo!
bang, cause ooh, I don't know.
Woo!
I don't know, Miss Glenda.
How's your food?
You met grandma almost done.
I'm like, I got like a few more
look him,
pieces.
look him.
I got like a few more pieces. I'm trying to savor it. It's so good. It's Korean rub. Mmm.
Mm, spaghetti that my mama made last night. It's real good.
Mmm.
But yeah, where we were talking about Figaro. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's. I want to talk about the songs. She wasn't really
Okay.
paying attention to the songs or nothing because she's not really a
No,
musical
lyrical
theater
girl.
girly like that.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about the first song. What I loved about the entire opening sequence, honestly, was just how well it flowed and how like intricate and like beautiful it flowed into like telling the story and like introducing us to like Elphaba and her background and like her birth and like honestly I think there was like a little Easter egg in that beginning sequence when the mama cheated with somebody. I think she cheated. Oh, I think the person that she cheated with was Oz. Ooh, gag. Because the only reason I say that is because it sounded like Jeff Goldblum singing when he's like,
Mm.
and like when he was singing, it sounded like Jeff Goldblum, and that is
Oh.
who plays the Wizard of Oz in this film. So I think Elphaba is Miss
But he's not
what's her
green, so
faces,
it was a genetic mutation
but
from
it's the
him.
potion. You remember that green potion? Have a little potion, my lady. That yeah, gagged you, gagged you. Because it literally have a little potion, my lady, or whatever he was saying. And you could see, and the green bottle that she slept with under her pillow that her mom drank.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Just gagged you, bitch. But
It's
yeah,
like
so anyway,
I remember something else and you remember that. I'm like, oh,
mm-hmm. That's
ate
the
that
perks of
up.
seeing it twice.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
the
I need
perks
to
of
go see it
having a second
again.
viewing. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I loved that song. Loved the vocals at the end, and like I love how well Ariana Glinda was able to emote her vocals, even singing like operatically. And like
Mm-hmm.
the moment when she says she died alone, like ooh, and the emotion she put into that high note. And then at the end when they're saying wicked, and they like she like ascends into like the stratosphere with her voice. It was incredible. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, Arianka, I didn't know Miss Diva
She
could do all this. She
she
really
hasn't.
she transformed for this role. She was like, oh, she
She
studied
did.
well and good, and she deserved she deserved to
She
be
ate
Miss
real bad.
Glinda.
Like at first I didn't
Hmm.
understand her in the role, but then I was like, oh, she ate the fuck up. Like
She
quite literally
completely like
devoured.
disappeared into the character, and like you did not see Ariana Grande, you saw Glinda.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a testament to her acting chops and her dedication to this
The
role and this
craft.
story
Mm-hmm.
and this craft. Yeah, and the craft.
Mm-hmm.
And moving on, the next song that I really loved, pretty much the whole soundtrack, or at least the songs that had either Ariana or Elphaba, or not
Mm-hmm.
Elphaba, Cynthia singing. So the second song I want to talk about is "The Wizard and I." Oh my god! Like seeing it on my second viewing, I was just like more so paying attention to the cinematography and everything, and how when she gets to like the that one part where you remember all those mirrors, like those glass structures that were like hovering above
Yeah.
her during that
Yeah.
song. When she says "degreenify you," she like bends backwards, and you can see like Cynthia's natural skin color because they like put like a little film over it,
Mm-hmm.
like the glass like shined on her in a different way where it
Oh
like
yeah, she looks kind
showed
of
her
like
like,
brown.
yeah. And I thought that
Mm-hmm.
was
I was like,
brilliant. I
no,
thought
when I
that was
saw that,
brilliant.
I was like, oh my gosh, she literally looks brown right now. I was like,
Yeah, that definitely gave intentional like that. Like, oh, the director, the fucking, just everybody just ate
everyone,
the
the
fuck down
hairstylist,
with this.
the makeup
The
artist,
hairstyles. Oh
the
my god, the hair.
dancers.
Oh, I saw so many like different hairstyles on the black extras in the background. I was like complete. I was very impressed with what I was seeing,
Yeah, the
and
hairstylist
just the
ate
overall
down.
styling as well, like the costuming. Give
Mm-hmm.
them all of the fucking awards because I
Mm-hmm.
don't think there could ever be a movie that could compete with the grandeur that this movie has in terms of
Like
costuming.
honestly, this movie came in on the tail end of the year, and honestly, it might be the movie of the year. Ooh.
That's what it's giving. Sorry, Dune 2. I never saw you, but I guess a lot
Oh,
of people
Dune
love
2
that
got.
movie.
Oh, girl,
A lot of
bye.
people love that
That
movie.
shit's boring. Girl, bye. I love Zendaya, but girl, that shit is boring. It's just literally a bunch of
I heard good things
sand.
about it, so I'm not gonna talk about it until I've seen
Uh-uh.
it. But apparently,
Mm-mm.
a lot of people like that film. But I don't know. Even if I do,
Mm-mm.
even when I do see it, I know it ain't gonna compete with what I
Mm-hmm.
saw over this weekend and today, Monday.
This takes it on every level, I fear.
The
Like,
acting. Mm.
just the hairstylist, the makeup artist, the concepts of like all of like the set design, like the CGI that was put into Dune. I've seen it can't compare to even just that part. So I'm just saying that. This
No,
movie
and
is unlike anything. It
can we
is
talk about how
otherworldly.
realistic these sets are and how grand and massive these sets
It
are?
felt real. It didn't feel like they were on a
Yeah,
set.
no, because they literally built this. They built the city and they built like
Hmm.
they. Ooh, I can see why it cost 150 million to make both these films. And
They'll make the money back. Hmm.
girl, they're gonna make the money back by probably like this week, next week.
Hmm. Hmm.
This film, I predict it to do um at least a
Numbers.
billion.
Period.
I'm gonna give it a billion box office. I don't know,
Like it.
like,
Hmm.
and a bunch of people are gonna see it this week because it's Thanksgiving week.
Oh. I'm seeing it again, I fear.
Oh, I'm about to see it for a third time on Wednesday. Like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think I might see it Wednesday again. Ooh.
but yeah. Moving on to the next song. I think it's called "What Is This Feeling." I love that song. Very catchy. Very much. I love the choreography with like the books with the and they tap the book. You probably don't remember because it's your first viewing, but
Were they
yeah, I
like
love that
spinning on
song.
like the
Very
ladder
catchy.
things or whatever?
No, that
Or
was
no?
the
That was that one
dance.
boy,
That was like,
that
yeah, that was his
scarecrow
song.
Pyro.
This
Okay.
is the one where Alphabet and Glinda are singing together, and they're talking about loathing, loathing, unadulterated loathing or something.
Oh
Like they're
yeah,
just
when
talking
they
about how they
weren't
don't
getting
like.
along.
They're like, what is this feeling? Like, I don't like this bitch. I don't like you
Hmm.
either. Your face, your
Hmm.
clothes. Like,
Hmm.
they
I
was
love once they
reading.
actually actually connected after that like ballroom scene. Like
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, like seeing them like actually like be friends and like be sisters, like I don't know. It just like,
Mm-hmm.
it did something to me, and like, it just
Man,
reminds me of some key people. But you can continue talking about the song
the
in
songs, yes,
particular.
because they fucking ate on this soundtrack and the score. Let's talk about the score. Baby, let's talk about the score. The score was excellent. I felt so immersed in that goddamn theater, like with all the
Period.
the massive orchestra that I'm sure they had to
Hmm.
accompany like all these scenes. It just felt so
Hmm.
grand. It felt like I was in Oz watching the film.
It was, and
And
for me, I had like additional projectors on each side, so like it was like 180-degree like
mm-hmm,
vision for me, bitch. It was crazy in the movie theater, girl.
mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Moving
Absolutely
on.
insane.
Let's talk about Miss Glinda and her one-off song called "Popular." You ate that. You ate that real bad, diva. Miss Arianka, I'm gonna need you to get that Best Supporting Actress nomination and award. I fear
Oh,
you chewed, baby. You
period.
chewed. You, yeah.
Give best or give best lead
It's
actress
definitely giving
to
Best
Miss
Supporting Actress,
Cynthia.
and then that leads us to the penultimate song, the final song,
Defying
"Defying
Gravity.
Gravity."
Choked me
This
up.
entire end
Lead up.
sequence,
Like just
like
the
the
lead
lead
up
up to
to
it,
it.
and then the
I was
entire
already
end
crying.
sequence was perfection to me. It
I
oh,
I
I've
literally
never
before
seen
the
something
song
like that
even
in my entire
happens.
life.
Me neither. Me
That was
neither.
like whoa. Like seeing that on the first night, I'm not
Hmm.
gonna lie, the first time I viewed this, I literally got off a 10-hour shift and then I was like, I need to see this movie. I need to see this movie. So I went to go see this movie.
Woo!
I was tired as fuck. I saw the movie, didn't get out the theater till like 12:40 a.m. and then went home, had 3.5.
Spooky.
But while I'm watching on my first viewing, like towards, it's not that it was boring at all. I was literally just running on fucking fumes. So like,
Literally.
I think there was like one or two scenes that I missed in the final act. But as soon as they started singing "Defying Gravity," I was
Yeah,
like, shut
y'all don't
up
know
my seat,
Noella.
shut
Not
up my seat.
y'all don't know Noella like me. This bitch will fall asleep in point 0.2 seconds. You could be having a full conversation with her and then she out, bitch. Like, be like, hello? Be like, I haven't heard her in like
Meanwhile,
a
this
few
me.
minutes. Like I haven't heard her in a few minutes and then I'll hear she just starts snoring, bitch. I'm like, oh. So like when she shot up to Defying Gravity, even before they even got to like starting Defying Gravity,
Mm-hmm.
I was already crying. 'Cause like
Yup.
I know how this story ends.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's going to defy the norm. She's going to do what's right. She's gonna fucking stand up for the animals that are being casted off and all of a sudden like being the next villain, and she's gonna be the next villain because she knows too much and she gonna spill it, and so they want to cast her as the villain. So like I already knew where we were going. I was already crying before that song even came, and once she started singing it, streams down my face,
Mm-hmm.
bitch. Just a wet mess. Watching her fly around on that broomstick singing those vocals, the cape and
Oh my god.
the sun coming up and rising
Yeah.
up and just looking so like ethereal. I'm just like, ah,
Mm-hmm. And I love how she's peering down at them and like
oh
just
my god.
belting out and just like soaring.
Mm.
Like her voice literally just felt like it was, oh, it just gave flight. Like
Oh.
the power, the passion, the grit. Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
Like Cynthia Erivo, the
Oh my god.
vocalist, the singer, the actress, the woman that you are.
That
Oh,
shook me. Like,
one of the, oh my god.
That was the most moved by that whole scene, and then her singing on top of it just threw me over the edge. I was just like, oh my God.
She sounded like ethereal, like times a thousand, like
Oh
times a
my,
million.
she
Some of
fucking
that's
floored me.
no joke. That's some of the best singing I've heard in my entire life, and that's coming from a bitch who's heard mm, a lot of vocalists. That is some of the greatest singing I've heard in my entire life. Cynthia
Mhm.
Erivo, you
Did her
are one
thing.
of them ones.
She did her ones,
You are
twos,
one of the
threes,
divas.
fours, and fives. Like,
Hmm. I'm gonna
ah,
give you your flowers because you fucking deserve it. Like,
I
oh
didn't
my
know who
god,
she was before this movie came out, but I'm definitely gonna be
you
locked
know
in from
her
now on.
now.
I'm gonna be locked in.
I
And
knew
she's
her.
she's a black queer woman
I
with
knew her
pipes like that.
originally. Yeah, I knew her originally from her appearance as Celie in the Color Purple musical. I think that
Um,
was her first role on Broadway, and she won a Tony for it. Clock that T, which is basically the Oscars for
period.
Broadway. If you don't know, that's what the Tonys
Mm,
are. She won a Tony for Best Leading Actress, and rightfully so. If y'all have not
period.
seen it, look up "I'm Here," Cynthia
I have not
Erivo,
seen it.
and watch the bootleg version. The bootleg version that has like 5 million views or something on it. That another song where I'm just hearing like the greatest singing I've ever heard in my life, and
Hmm.
it's the way Cynthia completely like just engulfs herself into a character. It's so
Hmm.
believable. It's so raw. It's so just like guttural and like
Yeah.
soulful. And that is what Alphaba needs to give
Yeah.
in an adaptation from the musical. I couldn't see any other actress playing Alphaba.
She ain't.
I simply can't.
She
There's
ain't.
nobody that could do this character as much justice as Cynthia just did. There's no one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. So,
She ain't.
I'm sorry. Like, look at the fucking material.
The
Name one bitch that
material
could
is.
do. Name one bitch that could sing live while flying in a fucking harness and belting out "Defying Gravity." Name one bitch that could do that. Her name is Cynthia Erivo. Exactly. Good
Oh, I
night.
have one other person, but like not too much on Cynthia. Beyonce.
You know what? But I don't see her as Alphaba though.
No, not as alphabet, but like just flying around on a harness and being able to still
Yeah.
Beyonce, but not playing. Beyonce could never play.
Oh,
I love Beyonce. She
love
could
Beyonce.
she could
Love Beyonce. Love the Queen down.
love
My
love
favorite artist of all time.
love. I
But
bow
her
down to
playing
you.
Alphaba,
Could
I don't
never
see
play
it.
Alphaba. Could
I don't
never play
I don't
Alphaba.
see it.
I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna go too much on Beyonce, but she could
Because
never
we
do
love
it.
her. We love her.
Yeah, but she couldn't.
But
Oh,
her as Alphabet, I'm literally wearing Beyonce in my shirt. Like, I'm a fan. I love that bitch so bad. But her as Alphabet, I
yeah,
don't.
no, yeah, no. But being able to fly around on a harness, I feel like Beyonce might be the only bitch that can.
Yeah, pretty much.
She is
But
the great.
Beyonce being the only one that could compare to you, let's talk about it. Let's
She's
talk
at the
about being
height.
that bitch.
She's
Let's
at
talk
the
about
height.
being that fucking bitch.
I'm so she. Give her flowers while she's here.
Yup.
Truthfully,
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna sing her praises. She needs to win best fucking
best
actress,
lead actress to a
best
black
lead
woman
actress.
that's queer.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. I need that.
For a musical, I don't think that's ever happened before.
They need best costumes, best hair, best
Mm-hmm.
give everything from
Best
head
sound effects,
best
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 audio
set
engineering.
design,
Mm-hmm. Like,
the
this film.
CGI, like just
No,
oh
because let's talk
god.
about how good those animals looked. Like, hello. Like those animals look real. They look so
Why was
good.
the goat giving actual facial expressions that looked like it
Let's talk
like
about it.
not the
Let's talk
goat
about
having
it.
a whole ass facial expressions, you know what emotion he's evoking without even him
Not
speaking.
not a fucking goat acting down better than some of your favorite actors and actresses. Ooh,
Yo.
Not you getting outacted by a goat. Well, greatest of all
Meh.
time.
Right?
That's what goat means. So, period. Come on, goat. No, and
This is
Peter
a goat
Dinklage's
movie.
his voice acting that was voiced by Peter Dinklage. If you didn't know, I could tell immediately
I
as soon
don't
as
know
I
who
heard
that
his
is.
voice. He
I
was
don't know
in
who that is.
Game of Thrones because of
I never
his
watched
voice
Game
is
of Thrones.
immediately recognizable. I was like, oh, that's Peter Dinklage, and he ate
Oh,
as Miss Goat. I
I
forgot
never
what the
saw Game
French's
of
name was,
Thrones.
but yeah. Wow, this movie, like, we've talked about it for 35 minutes now, and we've not talked
Oh
about a
yeah.
single other topic.
We
Like,
ain't
we
even
could
gonna
talk
get to
about
those
this for
topics.
an
It's giving
hour.
we're gonna have to chop the
Yeah.
episode. They ain't getting nothing else after
Woo!
this.
Yeah. My rating of Wicked Part 1, 10 out of fucking 10. A million out of fucking 10. Like,
I texted Noella right when the
perfect.
movie ended and I got out.
Perfect.
I said 11 out of
Perfect.
10 and then I said actually 1,000 out of 10.
Like, the movie is good, y'all. Like,
Good as
it's
fuck.
hyped for a reason.
Good
This
as
one's hyped for a
fuck.
reason. I don't know. I don't know what
It's
to tell
good as
you.
fuck.
Not overhyped.
Child.
It's not
Oh,
overhyped. It is.
not overhyped at
It was
all.
properly hyped. It's
Proper.
getting the hype that it deserves because it is
Mm,
that fucking good. Go see this movie now. Go see this
yes.
film.
Absolutely.
That's all I got to say.
The
And
only thing I want to
secondly,
add
let's talk
before
about
we
my
get
hair.
into Oh, yes.
I haven't even taken out all my two strand twists, but
We have
the
matching
volume,
styles.
darling. The volume, darling.
Matching styles. Because y'all know that
Mm-hmm.
you cannot break me. Those of you that do know me, know you cannot break me off a two-strand twist. And I
And I'm
always
about to
take
be
out
in
the
the same boat, I
style
fear.
and have curls because
I'm about to be in the same boat, I fear.
it just, oh,
It's the volume. Get into this volume.
it be turning my
Yeah.
55 locks into
Oh,
just,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mm. So I wanted to get into the next thing before we cut the episode. Just like
Mm-hmm.
real quick, I just wanted to talk about what's that? What I want to say?
What?
Not me brain farting.
That you forgetting.
It was like
Not
just
you
like a minor thing.
forgetting.
It wasn't even like a topic. Oh, it's stupid as fuck. It's just minor. I was honestly gonna talk about this on the gaming channel. What the fuck? Just one of our commenters. They're gonna watch this video. Recommended Mario Party or whatever for us to play as like our next game. We do both have Switches. It's a Nintendo exclusive, but like there's no like party chat. So you would only be able to hear one of us because we're not in person. So like if you want to recommend any Xbox games, any games that are on Xbox, we'll be open to playing it, purchasing it
Mm-hmm.
if it's a good game, if you have to purchase it. But other than that, that's all I want to throw in. I'll start off with what is giving. What's giving is that fucking movie.
I'm about to say, y'all know
Back to
what's
Wicked.
giving. Y'all
Back to
know what's giving
Wicked.
for us.
Wicked is giving. Our
Yeah.
hair is giving.
Our hair is giving. Our skin is
Fresh
giving.
retwist. Skin's
Our
giving.
blackness is giving. Our trans femininity is giving.
Yup.
Our beauty is giving. Our tits are giving. Beyonce on my
Mm-hmm.
shirt is giving. This was a
We're
good week.
all yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna see that movie again. Ooh.
And I know y'all gonna see this title and it's gonna say it ain't giving Wicked review. That's the name of the show. Wicked was phenomenal. I'm gonna probably put in parentheses it was exceptional because I don't want to get
Right.
no fucking hate from the Wicked fans. Baby, we love the
Yeah.
film. We loved it. 10 out of 10.
We'll probably call it like Wicked Mukbang or something.
Mm-hmm. We
Give it
might just
Wicked
leave out it ain't
Mukbang.
giving.
For continuity, definitely keeping it, but yes.
Yeah. But I don't want
That's
people to
all
give us
for
hate
me.
for no reason. But anyway,
They can
thank
suck
y'all so
it.
much for watching. No,
Love
nothing is that.
y'all.
Lord.
Oh yeah, it's just like
Yes, very much
Freyo,
love
the
y'all.
scarecrow. Mm.
Not Freyo.
Whatever, how do you pronounce that nigga's
Not
name?
Freyo, bitch. Not Freyo. Who
How do
the
you
fuck?
pronounce that nigga name? Was
Not
it
no
Freon?
Freyo. No, Freon,
Freon,
bitch.
freeze. I'm just
Ain't
making up
no
names on
Freon,
purpose.
bitch.
I'm making up names on
Bitch.
purpose now, girl.
This bitch said Freon and
I'm making up
Cleo.
names on
And this
purpose.
nigga's name is, I think it's Figaro or Fiero. It's
It's
one of the two. It's
one of
Figaro
those
or
names.
Fiero.
He
Prince
could
Fiero
get the
or
girl meat.
Figaro.
He can
He is
get the girl
fine. He
meat.
is so fine. He's so fine. His
Ooh,
eyes.
let
Oh.
me not go on
Anyway,
another tangent about him.
anyway,
But we love you.
let's not praise a man too much on this, cause
Yeah.
right, right. But anyway, thank y'all so much for
Love
watching.
y'all.
Love you, divas down. Love you down. Love you. Love you. Make sure you comment. Make sure you like. And make sure you press that subscribe button. Because we done hit 106 subscribers. And I'm trying to grow this channel. I see this bitch losing her mind. She's crying. Because I'm in my little mood. But yeah. Oh, I love y'all. I love y'all. What should a question be for them?
Oh, fuck, I
Oh,
forgot about all that shit.
period. What was your favorite scene in Wicked, and
Just
why?
assuming if they seen the damn movie.
I
Here's
don't
a
give a
different
fuck.
question.
I don't give a. Answer my question, bitch. Let me not call you the B word. Answer my question, please. Okay. Yes. What was your favorite scene in the Wicked film? Because if you're watching this, you most likely saw it. If you haven't seen it, you just got spoiled. So why are you even watching this in the first place? The fuck? Like, the bitches that make it to the I look over and I see this bitch crying. She's losing it. She's losing the plot. I fear. Woo! All right, what was your question then? Since we need to ask him a different one.
Yours is better. I'm convinced. I am convinced.
I ate
Period.
that. Yeah.
Not period. Exclamation point.
Exclamation point. But yeah, this is the longest outro of all time.
This is 42-minute episode.
Hey, we had a lot to say. We had a lot to
You
say this episode. And rightfully so. Like that
have me fucked up right now, girl.
that movie is going to show already said it.
This is like
It's in
the
her top
seventh or
10.
eighth time I've cried today. Like,
Her tear ducts are worn out, baby. I know a tear
I've
duct
cried.
hate to see show coming.
I have cried all day, bitch.
She been an emotional diva today, and we love
Oh,
that. We love
MG.
feeling our emotions.
As an unemotional
Absolutely.
Aquarius, my ass always be fucking holding it in, but ooh, I've been crying today, child.
No one mourns the wicked. Amen. All right, bye, y'all. Love you. Leave a comment. Mwah.